Welcome to another episode of GlideChat. My name is Mike Lombardo. I'm sitting with Melissa Hill, SDM and Senior BPC at GlideFast Consulting. How you doing, Melissa?
I'm doing great, Mike. How you doing?
This is great. I mean, we're in Montana.
In the sun?
In the sun. I mean, the sun feels so good. It's like
Oh my God.
recharging.
It's
I
wonderful.
jumped in that lake at the bottom there.
You did jump in the
It
lake?
was freezing cold, and it
Yeah.
was unbelievable. I've never done a cold plunge or anything. Have you ever done that?
Not a polar plunge, no.
No, I've never done it,
Nope.
but it was pretty cool.
I thought about doing stand-up paddleboarding and reconsidered.
I saw some GlideFast people floated over. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought they were random people, and I'm like in the lake. They're like, "Is that Lombardo? What are you doing?"
Did you do that with your kids?
No, I didn't. No.
No?
They actually went zip lining, and I was like running around working. And then someone's like, "Hey, come to the lake." I was like, "All right, I'll come check it out."
Yeah. So that's one of the coolest things I found at GlideFast is that Mike brought his family, and his kids introduced him yesterday at the keynote.
Which
It was
awesome.
I was misty-eyed thinking about my
that
own
wasn't
kids.
the plan. Originally, it was going to
Oh.
be big, tasty intro and just going crazy.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't know who said it, but my oldest daughter, Sophia, 9 years old, was like,
Yeah.
I'll do it. And
She was so
I
sweet.
couldn't believe
Oh my God.
she did
She
it.
had little note cards she was reading
I
off
know,
of.
and she just did it in front
Oh.
of 400 people. I mean, how do you? I don't know if I was nervous getting up there in front of people. I don't know, a 9-year-old, but
And it was like, and your other daughter was right there next to her,
Yeah,
and
she
they were
held the
just
trophy over her
solid,
head. Yeah.
together. Oh, it was so sweet.
yeah. But
Yeah.
how awesome is this? Like to get together.
Mm.
I mean, it's more than I bargained for. Like I knew it was going to be
Absolutely.
fun. I knew we were going to have some drinks, obviously, and but I'm just seeing collaboration. I'm hearing conversations of how we can make GlideFast better, how we can help our customers on implementations, and I mean that was the goal, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to see people face to face,
Yeah.
have that eye-to-eye
it's
contact,
nothing like
right?
it. Yeah.
And it matters so much.
It does.
And
Yeah.
and you start to talk to people you never would have had contact with before.
Yeah.
And you get to understand strategy.
Yep.
You get to see what other people are doing. You have these really recent graduates
I know.
from the university program,
And they're just the most humble and just excited people out of everybody. They're just like, I can't believe this is real. This
I
is a real
know
company.
they're so cool.
Yeah,
I love
it
it.
is. It
I
is
love
cool.
it. And you have everybody,
Yeah,
and everybody's
everybody
accessible,
here.
and
Yep.
everybody's walking
Yep.
around, and I just
Yep.
love it. Great place.
So how did you make your way into IT and ultimately into GlideFast?
Sure, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So, I thought I was going to be pre-med.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Until I hit biology.
Yeah, and, it was
And it was a weeder class.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, not me.
Not for me.
Not for me. And so then I thought I was going to do anthropology.
Wow.
And so I studied that. I actually got an anthropology degree.
Wow.
But I'm like, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
So I went into business and found computer science or management information systems.
Wow.
And I'm like, heck yeah, these are processes. These
Yeah,
make sense.
I know.
I understand it. I get it.
Problems to solve.
Problems
Yeah.
to solve.
Yeah,
that's right. It's a great way to, apply that logic and really get into solving problems.
Yeah, and that's I have ADD. So
No, really?
That's seriously, yeah. Can't you tell by me over here? But that's what I loved about being in IT is it's immediate gratification. You're solving
is.
problems. The user you're solving it for is so grateful.
Yep.
And it's it's not something I don't want to wait a month to get a result or
I
multiple years.
Yeah.
I like that's
Immediate
why I like the help
gratification.
desk. Yeah, I like the help desk because
Yep.
it's another call after call after call, problem solved. But
Well, I would say as a BPC, it is very rarely immediate gratification.
yeah, no, it is it's a slower burn.
It
It's
is
a slower burn.
But you get to still see it.
Yeah.
And when the light bulb goes off with
The
a
light bulbs,
client,
that's
oh my
what it
gosh,
is.
that's my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
time, right?
Yeah,
And you see, oh, they get it.
Yeah.
And ServiceNow is such a great platform.
Yeah.
And it's so ITIL compliant, and it just drives solutions forward.
Yeah.
So you work with a lot of different clients that have different business problems they're trying to solve, and they have a history, right? They have a way that they've been doing
they
it
used to
for
do
a
it.
while,
We were
right?
just talking about that, and they
Uh-huh.
don't want to break through.
It's
who
scary,
wants to?
right?
It's scary.
It's
Who wants to
scary.
change?
Right.
This works. I send the email, somebody
Yep.
responds, it works. Why do I
Yeah,
have to
I just
change?
had a customer call this morning.
Yeah,
We were talking
yeah.
about well, why are you doing that?
Yeah, why?
And they're like, oh, sometimes
We
it
don't know.
takes.
We don't know.
Sometimes they don't know, but
Yeah.
sometimes it takes them a couple talkings through to
Yeah.
understand why they're doing it and to put
Explain
it
it
into
to me.
words.
Explain it to me.
Yep.
Think,
Sometimes
think
it's
through
to
it.
expedite
Yeah.
things, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's to get around another process that
Yeah,
exists.
exactly.
And, but once they identify that for themselves, and you talk about, well, how could we do this in ServiceNow?
Yeah.
Because ServiceNow not only has best-in-class processes, you also integrate with other systems.
Yep.
So you can
you're not going to lose anything.
You can optimize so much.
I know. And you always have like when you're talking, I was thinking like when you have those customers that, this is the way we did it, this is the way it has to be this way. And you're not going to win that fight of saying it's a terrible idea. What I used to do is I used to like throw it back to them, like you were saying, and be like, just what's the business value?
Right.
What's the what is the business gaining by doing this? And then they're like, oh, you know what? Nothing.
Or could we skip that step and still achieve the same outcome?
That's all about the outcomes.
Yep.
Like, do we really need 20 approvals on a change?
That's right.
How many changes do you really end up rejecting? Probably very minimal. You know what I mean? It's more about like tracking the change. And that way, if something goes wrong, you have a backup plan. You know what caused it, right?
Absolutely.
Like, we're agile now. You can't be slow and like, we used to, like companies used to be, What are you doing for activities out here?
Yesterday I played disc golf.
That's awesome.
It was
on
a lot
top
of fun.
The mountain?
Yeah, we played on top for the first 9 holes, and then we
saw
played
that.
down the mountain too for the second 9.
Cool.
It was a lot of fun.
That's so cool.
Got to hang out with some awesome BPCs and got to win the BPC championship title. And
you won the title?
Heck yeah.
The
Did
belt?
you see the belt? Yeah.
I saw that belt.
That's my team.
We got to post that.
My team's awesome, by the way.
You got a bad team. You got a bad team.
My team's awesome.
I just want to thank you. Like, you came in from day one and like just working your tail off and just like, I know you had a couple tough projects and just like
you seem to like to give them to me.
I know. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. I have a lot of fun with them.
That's not
They're
me. That's not my department. That's Jared and Kristen. You can blame them. But I just want to thank you for like going above and beyond always and like just being so pleasant all the time and being there for your team. Like I hear one of the most important things that I care about and I hear specifically about you is you being there for team members and just just being willing to help and that's the most important thing.
Dude, we work hard, we play hard,
that's
and our core company values, we live those daily.
Yeah, that's it.
And when everybody on the team is living the values,
it makes it easier.
We have so much fun and we kill it and we deliver awesome right?
Yeah.
And that's what I love, right?
Love it.
I know.
Love it. All right. Thanks for joining me on GlideChat here live in Montana.
Woohoo!
Let's go. See you next year.
Let's go.